nigga eating on your mama couch. Blow bazooka with a Puerto Rican chula. Says she working in the city and she getting moolah. C is for the crib, the cast the call you catch. CBGB's baby sneaking blondie through the back. D is for the downtown kids that's hitting lick.
Actually a hobby. I'm gonna be a morticianist.
I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. Don't know how to act. What I got is what you lack. I give it up, you hold back, stuck with the slack. I go and stack my stacks. I'm back, I'm back, I'm back.
Event that happened on the C train. It was the C train going towards Brooklyn. Started kind of, I was worried because I thought he was reaching into his back pocket or something. I'm like, oh man, I hope this guy doesn't pull anything out. But he wasn't reaching in his back pocket, he was reaching into the back of his pants. And I was like, oh, well, maybe he's scratching his butt. And, you know, at this point, like, you know, you're not worried about it, you just let me mind my business. But he's like yelling and he's reaching into his back pocket. And he starts pulling out, well, feces, specifically diarrhea. I know this because it was dripping between his fingers. Now, we became aware of this because the smell became like really clear when he pulled it out. And first he pulled it out with one hand, and then everyone's like kind of in shock. So everyone's like frozen, except for some teenagers at the end of the car who were all loud like, ew, oh shit. And then that put him in more distress, and he reached in with his other hand. So he has two hands of poop, and he's like holding it aloft, and it's dripping, and he's like, someone help me. Someone help me. And everyone's like, oh my God. So we're stuck, and then we're all crowded in one end of the car, like 35 people. People are shoving, I hate to say it, the smaller folks in front, like shoving, using them as a human shield, right? And I'm like, this is terrible. And everyone's like, help us, help us. So the people in the other car must have thought we were getting murdered, right? Meanwhile, the guy starts advancing on us because I guess, I don't know what, maybe he sensed his power or he really wanted help or whatever. But at this point, there was this woman and she was dressed really well and she was just standing on the seats with her back up against the window, and then she starts like whispering, help me, please, help me. This guy's screaming, help me. She's like, oh God, please help me.
For $2.50 I could go anywhere I want, even if they check my bag. I'm hiding weed from the cops. I was on a 6, green line check. I was on a 6.
What's your name?
Don Kyle.
And how old are you?
40.
What do you do as your occupation?
Occupation is bus operator for MTA Transit. Yeah, that's every day. You're going to get an argument. You're going to get some disgruntled person every day. I don't care what time of the day. I start at 3:30 in the morning, so you have a lot of workers going to Hunts Point. There's hundreds and hundreds of people on one train. So if you could reach out and get 15, 20 people Every time you perform, they can go there, play their drums, or sing a song, dance.
I was up here, if you could look up this way, straight up is a store up there. And there's a little small store I'm gonna tell you real quick. I was up there doing my drumming, making my little money I make. A lady told me that was at the store, told me to move. And she said, if you don't move, I'm gonna call the cops. So before she called the cops, she called me a nigger, people. So don't ever buy nothing from that store up there, or this store back there. This is why I'm here. So, the cops came, told me to move. I came here, the cops told me to move again. So if you don't have a permit, they say you can't be down here. Most of the people don't have permits down here, so how does that work?
Fuck with the kid, you don't fuck with the kid. And I show you my world, and y'all seen how I live. From the womb to the crib, and the crib to the school, and the school to the rave, and the rave to the games. Hatsies for the eats, Casablancas for the meats, La Chopin-sauce for the bread. Went to Haji's, got a Philly cheese instead. Round the corner to Oli, cause you know I'm Mexican. Drink horchata with my peeps, hug my auntie in the street. You could find me and Jeff on the court playing ball, football and track, and I still play them all.
And what's the craziest thing or experience that you've had on the train?
Well, before I went on the train, it was like a bunch of fucking rats, excuse my language, and there was a bunch of MTA people, like the people that like go direct people where to go, and there was a bunch of them just coming from the train tracks, and people were just freaking out, and then the MTA people were just like laughing and not doing anything, not showing like benefit to other people. It kind of got me upset.
To be able to move throughout all of New York City is an incredible gift. Our inconvenience and aggravation with the MTA on the daily basis makes us oblivious to the true gift that is the MTA. The ability to move from Manhattan to Brooklyn, from individual lives and spaces to a mass of individuals huddled in one place. The stories and encounters that we come upon are nothing but a reflection of our city. A city filled with people who seek opportunity or a voice to be heard.
Do you want to tell us your craziest train story? Anyone want to tell us your craziest train story? Anyone want to tell us your craziest train story? No? Great, so what, we got a firm 5 no? Okay, let's keep it going. Anyone want to tell us your craziest train story?
With no numbers, then you have to hit play. Otherwise, you don't have audio. Now, you see, we've got.
I didn't know that.
Does that mean you guys have no sound?
No.
Wait, I have to pause. I'm sorry.